Hello, welcome to the Novice Training Program. If you're watching this and you don't have a copy of the NTP Excel document, please press pause and contact me. You'll find a link in the description below. Now, the Novice Training Program is designed to provide a minimum effective dose for strength training, and this is really for people who are new to resistance training or who are not training routinely. This program is not really designed to make you sore and sweaty, although those may occur. It's really designed to help you meet the minimum recommended physical activity guidelines for strength training while being both time efficient and energy efficient. This program can be really helpful for people who want to strength train but don't have a lot of time or don't know how to structure an effective program. NTP helps build a platform of strength from which you can transition to more advanced programs. Now, although NTP is designed for novices, it really can benefit all fitness levels just by simply increasing the intensity appropriately. For the novice and the untrained, this program eases the body into strength training by using a classic linear progression. We'll begin with a higher volume and a lower intensity, and then we're just going to progressively lower the volume and increase the intensity. I've tested this and refined this program on hundreds of people. It works well if you're consistent. So consistency over a long period of time is key to success. Let's do an overview. This is going to show you a big picture overview what we're doing. So there's 2 training days per week. We'll call them an alpha day and a bravo day. For me, these are typically a Tuesday, Thursday. You can structure them however you want, and you can go back to back if you need to. Now we have odd weeks and even weeks, so we'll just pretend it's week 1 and week 2. Let's start with lower body exercises on our alpha days. All of our odd weeks are going to be a squat variation, and our even weeks will be a hip hinge variation. A hip hinge is a fancy way of saying deadlift or some type of deadlift variation. Now, you can see that both of these exercises are what we'd consider to be bilateral. So you'll be standing on 2 feet and your weight will be evenly distributed. We're going to change that on Bravo days. So we're going to go to more unilateral exercises. So you may be standing on 2 feet or you may be standing on 1 foot, but the weight is definitely not going to be evenly distributed. So I've listed them here in planes of movement, transverse and coronal. For transverse plane, really what we're talking about is some type of lunge or split squat variation. And coronal plane, we're talking about a lot of step ups. So you can see from a lower body perspective, every week you're going to start with some type of weight evenly distributed, bilateral, very typical exercise. And then on the second training day of the week, you're going to do something a little bit more athletic, a little bit more challenging, a little bit more unilateral, right? And we're going to go in some type of pattern. Now we're going to look at upper body. So let's go back to alpha days with squat. We're always going to pair that with a vertical push. So that would be something like pressing weight up overhead. A horizontal push would be something more like a push-up or a bench press. For the Bravo days, we're going to have to do pulls now. So on those odd weeks with the transverse plane, we'll do lunges and then some type of horizontal pull. So that may be like a bent over row, or for those of you who are more familiar with TRX, like a TRX low row. And then finally, with the coronal plane, the step ups, we'll do some type of vertical pull. So you might see a pull up or a bicep curl. Now you can see that this is going to be very time efficient and energy efficient because you're only doing 2 exercises per training session, but you're getting a very well-rounded strength and conditioning experience.